Time now for our museum moment. And today we are lucky enough to have Curtis from the Bakersfield Museum of Art in studio with us. How are you today, Curtis?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, thank you. So what will you be doing with Mary today?
Well, I've got a couple of things I want to talk about the museum, first of all, but then we have a really cool project on symmetry and how it kind of relates to both the art as well as the math world. And then go and launch into it. So thank you so much for having me on again. It's always a pleasure to be here. The museum, while unfortunately it is currently closed, we do have some really great digital offerings that we are putting out there. We have 3 brand new exhibitions, and they are available with digital tours on our website, BMoA.org. Now there are 3 current exhibitions. The first one we have is the Bakersfield Sound Exhibition, Roll Out the Red Carpet. Really cool exhibition regarding the musical artists that came up out of Bakersfield, including Merle Haggard, Buck Owens. It has different costuming of theirs, musical instruments, and it's really a tremendous show. So if you do have the opportunity to check that out on the website, I highly encourage it. It's a great historical piece. We also have Color and Figure, which are paintings by Linda Christensen, and these are really wonderful large oil paintings of female figures that the artist produced. And Linda, of course, has been featured at the museum before, but she's a really wonderful artist. And then last but certainly not least, we have Uncommon Perspective, which is put on by Art Sherwin. Art Sherwin is a longtime educator and artist in our community, has a long-standing relationship with the Bakersfield Museum of Art, and he has some really wonderful paintings that he's done of both Bakersfield as well as the surrounding Kern area. So if you do get a chance, please check those out on our website. There's a virtual tour that you can take, and it's really awesome. Now, let's see. We also have Saturday Studio coming up. Saturday Studio, this coming one on the 20th. The deadline to register for that will be 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's Wednesday, the 16th. But there are classes after that that you can still register for, but just so you know. But the Saturday Studio is a really great way to get some extra art education in on the weekends, and highly encourage that you check it out. Now, to talk a little bit about our project, we're going to be talking a little bit about symmetry. And Mary was talking to me that she knows a little bit about it. And would you say, what do you think of symmetry?
It's cool because like the 2 sides are exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if you look at this tree that we have on this graphic over here, you can see that on one of them, it's split down right down the middle, and both halves are going to match up. But then on the tree on the right, we have asymmetry, in which they split down the middle, they are not going to line up. So it's a little bit different. So symmetry you'll find in math, especially in like geometry. Are you taking geometry right now?
No, but I had it a little while ago.
You had a little while ago. Okay, and did you talk about symmetry in that class?
Yeah.
A little bit? Very cool. But in the art world, symmetry can be very important to artists because it can factor into their work. A lot of artists really like to have symmetry because symmetry is often found to be very beautiful. Now we also have symmetry that can get a little bit more complex. So if you were to take a shape like this, you could actually split it into several different ways and have all of those shapes still be symmetrical. As you can see, I mean, it's cut in half, it's cut into quarters, it's cut into, looks like 1/8 or 12ths. And all of those shapes, if you were to take them separately, you can stack them on top of one another and they'd all match up. So that's one of the really cool things about symmetry. So what today we're going to do is we're actually going to do a little bit of Notan artwork. Now Notan is a Japanese term that means kind of light and dark harmony from a design aspect. So have you ever seen like a yin-yang symbol?
Yeah.
Familiar with that? That's kind of like a Notan design. It's a Japanese concept. And it's really kind of playing with space with light and dark shapes. So if we want to dive into this, what we're going to do is we just have just a few things here. We have a black piece of paper, a white half sheet of paper, a pencil, scissors, and some paste. Okay. And to start off with, we're going to want to take our pencil as well as our white piece of paper.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start to draw a shape, and this can just be like a simple shape. I'm going to do a heart, and we want to draw it starting on the edge of our paper and we can just kind of sketch it. And we make it kind of big, because we're going to cut these out in just a moment too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't need to be perfect. This is just practice after all. So do you want to go ahead and do yours?
Okay, so I guess I'll do a square.
Sure, yeah. Perfect. Now we can take our scissors and we can go ahead and cut out our shape real quick.
Okay.
Just be careful with our scissors here. All right, you got your square? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, so now what we can do is we can take our half sheet of paper and we can lay that down on top of our black piece of paper.
Okay.
And then we can also just, just like this, to where it's a landscape.
Okay.
Yes, we want to turn this one. And go ahead and turn this
turn it?
90 degrees.
Okay.
Like that. And there we go. And we can take that other shape and we can lay it just kind of like so that the edges are touching. You can see that? So now these shapes, apart from being inverted colors, would you say that they're symmetrical? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's kind of a simple Notan design, but we can actually take it a step further. So we want to go ahead and take our shape and then go ahead and draw the same shape inside of your shape. So I'm just going to draw another heart inside, and you can do another square inside of your shape. Okay, and we can go ahead and cut that shape out.
Okay.
As carefully with our safety scissors. It's always great to come back to this program because I get to use all the really cool school tools that I haven't gotten to since elementary school. Mm-hmm. So now we have another shape. So then what we can do with these two pieces is we can go back and we can add them.
Okay.
And then you can put that other shape inside of, on the other side. So
okay.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Now we can continue to do this over and over again. We can put even different shapes inside and make this really cool two-sided symmetrical design. And that's kind of the essence of the Notan design philosophy. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now with our paste, we can just paste our shapes into place. And we just want to make sure that the edges are touching.
Okay. Oops.
Now if you were to go online and look at different images of Notan artwork, you can see how creative and amazing people get with their projects. I mean, there's people who do whole landscapes based off of this particular art form. But this is a really cool way, like if you like making greeting cards or anything like that, it's a very cool and easy way to do something like that.
Cool. Okay. Last one.
I like her. She uses a lot of paste. Very thorough.
There we go.
Awesome. But you can see how you can get even more complex shapes and things like that the more detailed you want to cut your paper. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for helping me do the math and making some cool artwork, and I really appreciate you guys bringing me on again. But please reach out and check out the BMoA.org website, take those virtual tours, and if you have any questions or anything, just let us know.
All right, thank you very much, Curtis. That was awesome because it's one of those things where you can tie math and art together. Symmetry is one that just naturally goes together. And once again, you have a Saturday workshop, I think you said, coming up, and tomorrow morning is the cutoff for that?
Correct. 9 a.m. is the cutoff to register for Saturday's studio class.
All right,
but then there are other Saturday studios that you can register for past that date.
All right. Well, the website is up there once again, and thank you once again, Curtis, and thank you to the entire Bakersfield Museum of Art. And we'll be back with more right after this.